What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. If my shirt is looking kind of wonky, it's because it's close to green, and that's why the stuff is like that, but I apologize. Sorry I hadn't did a video in a while, but I'm here now. We'll explain all that stuff later. Let's get to the video. I want to talk about Fusion. Not Fusion like Just Saying has talked about today. I know some people are going to see that. Oh, DM, you're copying. No, but his video was inspiration for this video today. Because, guys, a part of the reason why I haven't been uploading videos is, number one, for everything that's been going on in the world. Number two is because I've been combing over all of my videos to see, are there things that I've missed, things that I haven't talked about, things that have evolved since the game has released and things like that. And there are, and I'm going to begin discussing those things in videos. So if you missed the videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's go. So in his video, he talked about Fusion. I myself have talked about Fusion. President Rose has talked about Fusion. Riken has talked about Fusion. And all of us want Fusion in the game. We've all talked about it. We all want it. Going back over my previous videos, going back over the gameplay, guys, as much as we want Fusion, they need to overhaul the game before they add Fusion. If they add Fusion into the game now, it's going to be a failure. The reason why is because Fusion in the game is broken. You're going to say, DM, how is Fusion broken? Shut your mouth, DM. I want to play with Vegito and Gotenks. Don't you dare ruin this for us. I'm not going to ruin this for you guys. I am trying to get us, if we're going to have Fusion in the game, it needs to be darn good. Why is Fusion broken in the game? Simply put, guys, we could have beat Super Buu with Goku or Vegeta, freaking Gohan, or even Krillin. The game is too easy. I did not go back multiple times. How many of y'all have gone back just to play against Vegito versus Super Buu? That's the only fight in the time chamber. Well, probably not the only one. The Gotenks may be like that as well, where you're at a set level. Okay, so the fight is going to be the same every time, aside from you just getting better at the game. Vegito doesn't get any stronger. If you're level 250, you can go into the time chamber. Into the time machine, Vegeto's going to be level 77. Guys, one way to make Fusion better, or to pave the way for even the necessity of Fusion, is to make enemies harder. Super Buu should have been such a difficult fight, even with, I'm not going to say with Vegito, because Vegito manhandled him in the anime, but they didn't make him, okay, we gotta add. Let's not do this, people. Let's not do this. They should have made him so difficult that it would have been impossible for us to beat him without Fusion. You see what I'm saying? Say, for example, that we fought Super Buu without Vegito. He should be so powerful in the game that Goku and Vegeta by themselves cannot beat him. Okay. And then I know you're going to say, well, DM, how in the heck, if he's that powerful, how can we have defeated Kid Buu? That fight should have been more difficult as well. I'm going to put it like this. Dr. Gero in this game was more difficult than Kid Buu, than a lot of the fights in the game. Shoot, Yakon was more difficult than some of the fights in the game. People to this day are playing the game. The only fights that I have heard people having trouble with was Dodoria, Yakon, and Android 19. Or Dr. Gero. Is he Android 19, 18, 17, 18, 19, whatever. Dr. Gero. They have to make enemies harder. When we first fought Beerus was exponentially harder. He hit like a tank, and you knew and felt his power. You knew that he wasn't even going full power. Then, after the update, they make it so that his purple orbs don't track as hard. All of a sudden, the fight with Beerus gets a lot more difficult. Or, I'm sorry, a lot easier. Because that was one of the main components into why that fight was difficult. Okay? So, going forward, I'm pretty sure they're going to add, and I hope that they do, because if they don't, this game is going to tank. Notice some of y'all are going to say it's already tanking, but it's going to tank harder. You have to make the enemies more difficult. If you want Fusion in the game, you can't have easy enemies, guys, because right now, if they put Fusion in the game, while it's going to be fun for a little bit, people are not going to play it because it's going to make the fights way too easy. Either you're going to have to nerf Vegito, Gogeta if he ever ends up in the game. You're going to have to either nerf fusions or you're going to have to make the enemies a lot stronger. Guys, listen to what I'm saying and tell me if I'm lying. You want fusion in the game? Yes, you do. But you are already complaining about one-shotting enemies. Vegito fights against Frieza. Vegito would one-shot Frieza. Guys, this game doesn't have balance. We are asking for things, and do we really know what we're asking for? A game that doesn't have balance, guys. Think about this. How can you ask them to put something in the game when the game doesn't have balance, then turn around and complain when we one-shot people? That's why they haven't upgraded the enemies in the time machine. Because it's realistic to the game. It's realistic to the anime. If Goku, Super Saiyan God, went in a time machine or was to fight against Raditz or Frieza or Nappa, he would one-shot them. The game is giving us the truth. It's giving us the real deal. And us as a community, people vary. I don't think that way anymore. But people don't want it. We don't want balance. We're spoiled by these arena fighters like Xenoverse and fighters that have balance, and we expect a guy like Krillin should be able to beat a guy like Frieza. Guys, this game, I've told y'all before, is realistic to the Dragon Ball universe in a sense that Super Saiyan God Goku is going to annihilate Raditz. It's no competition. And then you say, well, and I get it. We want to be able to play through the story and create our sort of what if scenarios. I get that perfectly fine, guys. But right now, that's not the game. And I myself even was upset that they didn't do this in the time machine at first. But upon further investigation, upon further analysis, and I made a video about this, guys, talking about this stuff, how the game just isn't, it's a simulation. To an extent. I know people, because then I did that video, people was like, well, if it's a simulation, why we can't train on King Kai's playing this and this. At the end of the day, it's a video game. But they're trying to be more simulation with this game, okay? That's why you have the villainous enemies. The villainous enemies are Frieza and Raditz and them. That's how you get a chance to fight against stronger. They know that we want to fight against them. That's why they implemented the villainous enemies instead of doing a new game plus, or instead of buffing the enemies in the time machine, scaling them to fit like we've all talked about. That's why they made villainous enemies. Did that work out very well? Not in my opinion. It didn't. It got very old, very stale because they even stopped scaling. But guys, if we want fusion in the game, they're going to have to change that, because I promise you, if we don't, then the game is going to get boring. The game is going to get more stale. You're going to play with Vegito for a couple of times, but you're not even going to play with him to his fullest potential. Guys, look at us. We're becoming Goku and Vegeta in the game because we complain about fighting weaker enemies because we don't even get a chance to test out our full abilities. But that is exactly what Dragon Ball is. That is exactly what it is. Goku and Vegeta, they don't bother with weaker enemies, guys. They want to fight people stronger. They want to test their limits. We are the same way in the game. We want to test our limits. We want to fight strong opponents to see just how strong is Super Saiyan God. In the future, just how strong is Super Saiyan Blue. You get what I'm saying? So until the game fixes those things, until the game makes enemies more difficult, the game has to create a need for fusion before we have fusion in the game. And then once fusion is in the game, there needs to be limited access to it so we don't burn ourselves out with it. Oh, you should just be able to go to Supreme Kai and get a little earring. It didn't work that way in the universe. Why do you expect it to work that way now? Now, I get it, the Metamoran fusion, but Gogeta's not in the game. Gotenks is. I get that. That would be dope. But they would have to step outside of the bounds of the Dragon Ball universe to create this. I know you're going to say this. The Beerus stuff stepped out. That's DLC, man. That's DLC. I told you, DLC exists outside of the game. So if they do add it via DLC, then okay, yo, whatever. Let's please the fans by adding this stuff. But I guarantee you, if they were to add fusion without correcting the issues that are there that prevent fusion from being fun and enjoyable, you are not going to like it. If they added fusion with the next DLC, you would play it for a little bit, then you would complain about overpowering your enemies. We need a challenge. I can't even fight with Vegito because I one-shot everybody. That's exactly what you would complain about. Then you would say, y'all need to buff people in the time machine. No, they don't. This game has a platform and a blank canvas for them to be able to create original content. They have yet to explore Banyu. They have yet to explore Android 21. Toa and Mirror's presence is already in the game. You can literally continue that and give us more powerful enemies to fight. Power up the villainous enemies for all I care. Create a storyline with Android 21 and Banyu. I mean, they don't even have to go the Dragon Ball Heroes route. With the introduction of Banyu being an original character, Android 21 being an original character, guys, they could literally create their own stuff for this game. Escape from the mind of canon, because I noticed what y'all doing. Canon is a fan-made term, guys. There's already original content in this game. If you want fusion in the game, they're going to have to do it right. This is the way that you do it right. You're going to have to create a need for fusion. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.